Okay, Fairy Tail really has to fucking stop this because they keep doing shit to play with my fucking emotions. And it's already fucked up as it is already that they brought back Gadget, a guy who was literally fucking dead. He didn't have a body anymore. He pretty much was pulled into another dimension and possibly torn apart. As far as I know, if pretty much like if the world creation magic can bring him back, then most likely the guy who killed him, he should be back, along with half of the other people over there who died, like around that area or got knocked out, or pretty much whatever. They should have came back with no wounds and no heals, with no wounds or like fatal problems. They all should have been perfectly healed, but they weren't. And it's only Gadget. And pretty much Gadget meets Zera. Now, originally I thought that he had died or pretty much like was transported to like the world of the fairies or something of that nature. But no, because Mavis was broken out of the crystal when Eileen she did her world magic and broke her out of the crystal. Mavis's magic got stronger for sitting in a crystal for hundreds of years, and because of that, she's now Zera has come back, and Zera can now interact with other people, and she also has super magic now to where that she can project the location of Fairy Tail to everybody else, which I do call bullshit on, but then again, it's Fairy Tail. I really can't argue it because it's magic, so of course. But pretty much there is one little thing though that I do want to say that I do find pretty interesting, is the fact that Eileen and Ersa, they actually seem to be related in some way, because Ersa has BS magic. In other words, of saying like that, she has this super magic in which that like she can just do whatever she wants even without it. And Eileen kind of has like world defining magic, to where that, of course, this is kind of why this whole thing is going on. And pretty much you kind of don't really understand their relationship, but Eileen seems to have a lot of traits similar to Ersa, you know, like with the face, the eyes, and stuff like that. However, she kind of has her own little crazy twist, even going so far as to say something about family, because we already know Ersa's, or at least some of Ersa's past, as to her being upon that prison island with Jalal, Simon, and everybody else, versus Eileen's, because her thing is more or less like she turned the princess into a mouse, and pretty much was she kind of had this interesting like dynamic in terms of like her past of asking, because she's different now, because she's a mouse, could you still love your daughter? And that kind of speaks a little bit to like something of her characterization, or that's actually kind of like the first personal thing in which that we learn about her. So that is pretty interesting to kind of to place that there of all places. But till then, that is what I gotta say about that. I'll see you next time on the next Jongravesshow. Keep watching anime, keep playing video games. Tell me what do you think about this down there. I'm out.